Hello, race fans, and welcome to Disc Golf Daily. It is Tuesday, June 18th. Stay tuned after the news for some continually improving course growth numbers. We are the podcast that gets you caught up with disc golf news and growth in about 10 minutes. Here we go. Our number one news story of the day, the Turku Open event wrap-up with stats from PDGA Stats and Statmando. Silva Saarinen wins the Turku Open. It's her first career elite win. She won by 2 strokes and went 9 of 20 from C2. If she misses just 3 of those Circle 2 putts, she would still beat Owen Scoggins' season average, having a great putting day, and she would have lost by 1. Big putting day made the difference for Silva today. And by the way, yes, Owen is the number 1 Circle 2 putter on tour. Let's look at Silva Saarinen's season so far, 2024. She started the season getting 34th at the U.S. Women's. She then got 23rd at Texas States, then 10th at the Jonesboro Open. That's a 9th at the Music City Open, and then 4th at Champions Cup, 3rd at the Copenhagen Open, and then Norway, Heinola, and Turku, first. That is a very good progression for Silva Saarinen. I'm looking for her to make some noise at the European Open this season. Now let's talk UDisc course growth. And there's the Aviar. Our number 2 news story today, the McBeth Effect. Jomez Pro has put together a 7-part series, and the first episode drops today on the Disc Golf Network and Jomez Pro Patreon. This series documents Paul's effect on disc golf as he traveled to Europe to play the entire European swing last year. And it builds on the Paul McBeth Foundation's collaborations and assistance with local course builders. Each of the 7 episodes will be released on Jomez's YouTube channel 1 week after their initial release date on DGN and the Patreon. This seems like a fair model. If we're willing to pay a little, we can watch it now. Otherwise, just wait a week. Either way, I expect this will be a fascinating series, and I can't wait to watch it. This is the most anticipated disc golf viewing, not including tournaments, that I personally have had since the Holy Shot documentary. And our number 3 news story, UDisc's blog, Release Point, has released the top 5 courses in every country. Link in the show notes, definitely worth checking out. We will just focus on the USA, though. All 5 of the top courses in the USA are in the top 10 in the world, which is not a surprise. The United States is considered the birthplace of the sport. And anyway, over almost 70% of all courses in the world are in the United States. However, just so you know, a couple decades ago, when I started tracking this kind of information, over 80% of the courses were in the United States. So yes, the rest of the world is indeed catching up, allowing our sport to get even bigger. Our number 4 news story of the day, PDGA approved discs. Birdie has their 6th overall and their first disc of the year, the Rise, PDGA approved. It is a 5-speed stable mid. And Nordic Pitch has had the Swish PDGA approved. It is their first disc ever PDGA approved, and the stamp is very intriguing. Welcome aboard, Nordic Pitch. And to close it out today, an Aviar family tree. Letters 1836 is attempting to put together an Aviar family tree, and this tree is fascinating. Link in the show notes to help or investigate in more detail. There are so many putters that have been derived from this disc, which is well over 30 years old and is actually on the wall behind me, proudly sporting Harold Duvall's signature. Thank you, Harold. You'll notice it right over there as soon as we get rid of this picture. Anyway, the Zero, Nova, Firefly, Whale, Rhino, Animal, Invader, Bullfrog, plus the 10 discs that have the name Aviar directly on them, they're all derived from that original Aviar mold. This was one of the first and is one of the most influential discs in our sport's rich history. A tip of the hat to the Aviar. All right, now let's talk some UDisc course growth numbers. So we had 25 new courses this week, according to UDisc. 9 of those courses were in the US, 6 were in Canada, 5 were in Sweden and Norway, and then Finland, Denmark, Australia, Iceland, and the Åland Islands all got 1 each. Fantastic. Percentage growth, the Åland Islands, 5% growth. They had about 20 courses. Now they got about 21. Thank you very much. And in a week, this week we had 25. That pulls our yearly average up to 21.4. That's over 3 courses per day, every day this year. Total courses, the end of last year we had about 15,100. Right now we have about 15,600, and I anticipate 16,200 by the end of the year. Here we go. Thank you to everybody that puts courses in the ground. This is fantastic stuff. And our percentage growth was 8% last week. This week, 8.1. Well done, disc golf. Thank you all very much for watching. That does it for us today. If you have any thoughts, news, or opinions, shoot us an email at discgolfdaily@aol.com. As always, have fun, throw them straight, share Disc Golf Daily with your friends, and hit the thin gap. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, and share. It really does help us grow.